Good morning. Welcome to a special session of County Commission on the 23rd day of 2025. Everyone rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. And Wilbert, will you please lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Commissioner Taylor, are you on the line?
I'm here.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to start with vouchers and invoices. Anything on vouchers and invoices anybody like to bring up?
Yes, I did not see any of the receipts and I asked for them, so I'm not prepared to do the fire vouchers and invoices. And then also there were a number of things from one of the fire chiefs that I would like to have him in on a different meeting that's not a special meeting to explain, because there's a large amount of requests. So I'm prepared to go forward with the county vouchers and invoices, but not with the fire, because I did not get the receipts to back up the request. I just got a one-page. Well, you guys got the same thing, the one page that just kind of outlines in general, but not the specifics.
Well, Nate is here from Golly River, if you have questions on that.
Well, I had specifically asked that he not be at the special meeting because that's not what this meeting is about.
Okay.
So I don't understand why somebody asked him to come all the way up last minute like that. I mean, I'll ask him since he's there, but this is a special meeting and it wasn't for the purpose of this. So, Nate, if you want to go ahead, thank you for coming. And I'm sorry that you were invited to a meeting where this wasn't supposed to be discussed, but could you explain to us these requests that you put in for this?
I'll just tell you what I was told. Okay.
I can hear you.
No, a lot of this stuff we wasn't going to plan on getting until a little later on. But where we're going to lose our money, we come up with this because like the controls we had on there, we're replacing some old Hearst stuff. Some of that was bought back in about 1970, and it's been all the way up through, and a lot of it was used when we bought it, and that's going to be need to replace.
And that you're referring to the spreader and the cutter?
The spreader and the cutter.
And that was bought when?
Well, ours was Hearst. It was bought, some of it was back from all the way from the 60s up through the 90s. And like I said, it was part of it was used when we bought it.
The battery operated or hydraulic?
No, they're hydraulic. And any of this stuff goes bad, you can't get parts to fix it with now.
What about the rope equipment?
The rope equipment, they were setting that up for the special ops truck. It's what it was all, most of that was for that I can know of. And so was a brush guard and a winch mount. That was for, it goes on the front of that truck. A lot of times you need a winch on this stuff.
Now you're talking about the special ops truck.
Yeah. We're setting up an ops truck that will be for ops only.
For your station at Golly.
That'll be our station. Everybody wants to use it in this county, or even next, or the other counties around us.
Okay.
But it will be set up for rope rescue and water rescue on this stuff.
That would be the rescue jackets and confined space rescue.
Yeah, that's
included.
part of that too. And the dive equipment, we've got 4 divers. We got 4 or 5 more that's planning on taking it this summer. And this the equipment that they were wanting for it. That's so that they can communicate with the divers to the shore. And there's nobody in Fayette County even has that stuff.
Now, don't we have a dive team with our swiftwater rescue teams?
Not that I know. No, sir. We got Swiftwater, and they're also going to take Swiftwater class this summer too, in July, I think, down to our states. So they're getting that set up. What else, what have we had on there?
Parking.
What, sir?
No, that wasn't you, that's Carter Bridge, sorry. No, you're good. Driving, putting the chainsaws, you had chainsaws.
Okay, chainsaws, we need 2 of them put on our, pumpers for auto extrication, or for not, sort of smoke ventilation. And we're gonna take the other one, we're gonna use it, if you gotta go out in the woods after somebody, you're gonna need a chainsaw 9 out of 10 times to get to those people. But we also have a, side to side where we go out after some of these people get a little reckless. So, is that about it, sir? Ma'am?
I don't have any questions. I just think we need to hold this in abeyance. I think there's a mistaken impression about, having funding left and people trying to spend it down. That funding is all in one pot. And so we're making decisions based on need and not based on that. So for example, I mean, that could benefit you further if you had further needs, you know what I mean? So, but having just heard it today, I think we need to make the decision on a different day. And it sounds like it's not terribly time sensitive.
Well, the main thing that I was thinking about, after the 1st of July, we will have no more carryover money. If I'm not mistaken, that's what y'all did.
We don't have carryover money now, is what I'm saying. There's no carryover money. We're making decisions based on need, not based on what people think they have in a carryover balance.
That was a mistake on my part then, ma'am. I thought we had carryover money until the 1st of July from last year. And then
You're not the only one mistaken. You're not the only one who thinks that, sir, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to get the things that you're asking for. I mean, we're just, basing our decisions on need and not on this carryover concept. So, I mean, those all sound like legitimate expenses. I just want a little time to look at it in a greater context. So I think we could make a decision on June 11th, if that's okay with you.
Be all right with me, ma'am, as long as we don't have no problem getting it paid for. Be fine.
Good.
All right. You know when 11th you said?
June 11th.
Yes, June 11th.
I'll see if I can be here. Thank you.
I have a question about the truck payoffs. Were y'all already approved those?
Yes,
Mhm.
Do we need to have those, or can we just take care of them as they come in?
that's what I was. gonna
Yes.
say.
Okay, take care of
Number
them.
4, number 5, go ahead and take care of on that.
And if we get any more in between now and the 11th, since the interest keeps accruing, we can go ahead and take care of the ones you already approved to pay off?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the case with anything we've approved. You don't have to send it back through. And just be redundant. And so Ruth texted me, and she's right. Gia did send the things, but they didn't come into my email until just now when I checked after she texted me. So I haven't been able to review all of those.
So what about the reimbursement for the Anstead Volunteer Fire Department?
That's the ones I haven't been able to look through because I just received them.
Yeah, I haven't looked through them either. I mean, we don't know what the reimbursement is for Golly Bridge or Anstead.
So you can do.
Yeah. Our
Yeah,
email
that's true.
has
I agree.
issues
I agree.
sometimes. Our email has issues sometimes, and I don't know if it was our server or my app, but they didn't even come through until just now, even though Gia sent them yesterday before 1 p.m. So yeah, it doesn't, I don't know if anything's time sensitive in there. Gia, did you see anything time sensitive in those?
Trying to get her
I
on.
don't mind considering anything that's time
The truck
sensitive.
payoffs, I think, were the most important.
What things?
The truck payoffs.
Okay, well, truck payoffs we're doing. Okay, so thank you.
Thanks.
Ruth, what about the
And
or
with
what
regard
about
to the
inspection?
county,
The aerial inspection? We want to pay those, we'll pay the yes, we have the proper paperwork with the aerial inspections, right?
What's that?
The number 6 CFS inspections, the aerial inspections.
Okay,
Those are the truck, like,
Right.
repair maintenance type things. I
Yes,
think.
right. Yes, and then you have PMs down here with truck PM on number 9 from Armstrong Creek, which that's just a.
I'm
that's a
fine
PM
with those two. I'm fine with those
and
two, Greg.
I am too. And then the rest, I think we hold on to. We don't. I think we're 4, 5, 6, and 9.
well, not only that, but getting reimbursements from January.
Mhm.
uh,
We'll have to show something.
That's coming in a little bit late.
Well, but they're gonna have to show us something. I mean, like they're just asking for reimbursement. We don't know what it is. I agree with Ms. Taylor. We don't know what it is, or Commissioner Taylor, I'm sorry.
Okay,
That's
So-
fine.
I'm going to, let's, you want to make that motion?
Yes.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr.
Oh,
Commissioner.
no, Greg, you go ahead because you have the numbers in front of you. I'm not able to do Zoom and pull up my agenda at the same time.
Well, I move that we pay on vouchers and invoices, fire levy vouchers, line item 4, line item 5, line item 6, and line item 9. The remaining balance we will discuss on the next June 11th meeting.
A second.
Further information.
Okay, we have a motion second on the floor. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye. And then I move we approve the county vouchers and invoices that were attached.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion second on the floor. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Ms. Lanier.
All right, so the first item is the away MOU. It's an agreement with, hold on. It's for the Violence Against Women Act.
It's what used to,
Go ahead, Allison. Is she gone?
I don't know.
just want to say, it used to be the Women's Resource Center. Yeah, I'm here. I just want to make the point to them that, you know, they're lucky that we had other things to meet on because they were late getting this in. And we're not going to be in the habit of holding special meetings because of an annual grant that should be, you know, better planning on behalf of those who need the money. We've had this policy for years and, you know, have enforced it against other agencies. And, you know, there's a lot at stake here and they should get their information into us sooner in the future.
Okay. Need a motion.
I move that we approve the away grant.
Second.
Have a motion and second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll sign this afterwards.
Okay, so the next item, Allison, is the letter to the DEP in Mount Olive regarding Cannleton.
Yeah, okay, so this is with regard to the temporary fix. I'm talking to my colleagues here. Joey Goodnight has been, you know, emailing and informally, you know, trying to get permissions to use the chemicals after Commissioner Fournette had asked him the question, you know, do we have DEP's authorization? That was part of his process, even though they're chemicals we do typically use, like he said. But I want us to go ahead and send a letter to the DEP and the prison emphasizing the importance of getting it approved and getting it approved quickly from us. Because, you know, I think that would probably carry more weight than it will from the PSD itself.
And
So,
Joey's here also.
oh, good. So, Joey, do you have anything to add?
Need to come up here to the microphone, Joey.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can, I can always try it. Yeah, I spoke with the DEP on Wednesday because, they were having trouble on how they were going to word it and what they were gonna say. Because, you know, they can't permit a discharge. What's going on, but anyway, what they are gonna do is they are gonna give me a letter by the first of the week stating that what we are going to do is going to be a better alternative to what's already being done. The problem we're gonna have and that we're running into is the prison. They want that letter and they want that, that kind of design to come in and then they'll give it to their legal department. That's gonna be, I think, the longest delay.
Well, what I'm suggesting is we write something up, we talk about the health issues and, in a legal context. So I can work with Michael with the commission's vote to come up with a letter that will compel or at least make it a compelling case for the prison and the DEP to work with us on this, because there are people getting sick from the smell. And so I feel like, we need to go on record and say, we want to do this, we're funding this, and urge them to help. And I don't mind copying the governor's office on it either.
Yeah, the DEP did let me know that we could, if we had to, go ahead and enforce that. It's in our permit that we can do that. But that's gonna involve lawyers and stuff, and it's gonna take a lot longer to get that done. So we can do it this way, it'd be a lot easier, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd rather get permission if we can
Yeah.
to expedite it.
What he's saying, we can do this pending no one complains or has a problem with it, which we probably see a problem down the road. You're already dealing with it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, I think what we're looking at is we need a motion for a support letter that we can continue upon the plans that we have decided to do. I make a motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Number 3.
So the last is the Canal Falls PSD appointment that you guys discussed last week. John had follow-up conversations, not last week. I don't know.
2 weeks.
Last meeting.
Okay, I talked to Bob Scott, who also goes by Robert Scott. And everything is above the board, so we're in good shape there. So I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve Robert Bob Scott going in as a commissioner for Canal Falls PSD.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Allison, can we stamp your name to the letter in the order?
Yes. And that goes for anything else you need to stamp it to.
Okay. 9:15. So
Is Michael in line?
Yes.
this is.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just checking to make sure Michael was there.
So the memorial building bid, the lowest bidder backed out, so we need to award to the second highest bidder, which is
Construction.
Court Street Construction in the amount of $45,000. My only question is, a lot of this stuff expires. So I would say, as long as he's still good with that, you can do that, but if not, we may end up having to rebid, so. If you could make a motion to award to the second highest, and if he declines or it's too late, approve the rebid, so it meets our grant requirements, and then you'll have to get an extension
So
Okay.
moved.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are we gonna try that contact them about the add additional parts like we did with the last contractor?
No, just do this first.
Let's, for the record, let's identify the contractors, please.
So initially, it was awarded to,
New River Contracting.
New River, the last one.
I know, I'm just looking at, there's something missing here. It was in the amount of $25,154.90, and since they backed out, it would be Court Street at $45,000.
The other one would be ARS at 55, and the next one up would be Nicola's, Nicola,
Yeah.
and that was 85, and that Keystone was 153.
All right,
Thank you.
Michael,
Yes, how are you?
good morning.
Good morning.
We, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, are we ready to talk about the decision and discussion regarding Kanawha Falls and Page Kincaid and Armstrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so where we're at on this one is we're still finalizing negotiation with the APA with West Virginia American Water, and as a result, until we get that signed, sealed, and delivered, I would recommend that you all hold decision on formally dissolving the aforementioned PSDs until such time that we finalize that APA. You all have a meeting. Next regular scheduled meeting is June 11th. And so I feel pretty confident that we will have the APA finalized by June 11th. We're I think, getting close to finalizing that. And so I would recommend that you all make a motion to hold in abeyance the decision regarding Kanawha Falls wastewater and water utilities, Page Kincaid wastewater utility, and Armstrong Creek wastewater utilities until June 11th. Additionally, because of the way that the statute's written and there's some pretty tight timelines on there, I'd recommend that you also not only hold your decision in abeyance, but you all had previously entered an order on April the 16th about this process, and I would just recommend that you issue an amended order to basically fall everything in line with the June 11th date. And I had prepared that amended order for you all to sign. We're going to enter it nunc pro tunc just for purposes of statutory compliance. And that's what I would recommend regarding that issue right now. And I can answer any questions that you all may have.
Okay, well, I'll move that we hold the decision on the dissolution in abeyance until June 11th.
I second it.
Have a motion second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye. And I move,
Well,
Go ahead.
I'll make this motion. I move that we hold a decision in abeyance till the June 11th, 2025 meeting until we get the finalization of the APA.
the second motion needs to be about the order, amending the order nunc pro tunc.
We'll make a motion to hold the decision till June 11th. Yes.
I thought I did, I thought I just did that. That's what you seconded.
Second motion. If you, okay, go ahead and you make the motion, Allison.
So the second motion is that we move, that we amend our order to reflect the timelines nunc pro tunc.
Second. We have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then also on the agenda was we went ahead and put the proposed asset purchase agreement with West Virginia American Water. Just for the public's information, we're finalizing negotiations on that, but we're not yet ready to sign that document yet. And as a result, I think if you hold decision on the execution of the APA until the June 11th meeting, I'm very confident that by June 11th we'll have a finalized APA, and on June 11th we'll get everything finished. So I guess the motion would be to recommend motion that you hold decision on execution of the APA until June 11th.
Did I not make that motion already? That's what I'm confused about. I mean, Greg started to make it again, but I thought that was the first motion I made.
Two decisions, two separate decisions. One is you have to make a decision to dissolve the PSDs.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, Greg.
No, that's okay. So the first motion that I think,
I'm apologizing to Greg because I thought I had already made that motion.
Yeah, so just let's make sure that the record's clear that the first motion is to hold decision regarding the dissolutions of the APA, the dissolution of the PSDs until June 11th, which I think that
West.
motion was made,
Yes.
seconded. And then then you made a motion to enter the order nunc pro tunc, just to comply with statutory deadlines. That has been moved and seconded. So now the motion is to hold decision on the APA until June 11th.
I make a motion to hold the APA till June 11th.
Oh, second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There we go.
Three
We're
ring
good.
circus.
Yeah, my goodness. No,
That's
I
okay.
I didn't get it. I did not get it, but I don't have anything in front of me either.
Okay,
We got that.
that's it. Motion to,
Motion to adjourn.
yeah, that's it. All right, have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.